Guys, my name is Marshmallow and today I'm bringing you guys a $1,200 gaming PC for all you guys down under in Australia. We'll start off with the CPU, which is the Intel Core i5-6400. It's clocked at 2.7 GHz. Don't let that scare you, because this is the new Skylake CPUs. It is a quad-core processor and it's $270. If you can aim a little bit higher above the budget, I would go with the 6500 because it's only a little bit more. It only costs like $30 more, and you get a lot more performance for the price. Anyway, let's move on to the motherboard, which is the ASRock H170 Pro 4 motherboard. It's a ATX motherboard. It's only $145. And it is made by a very reliable brand, ASRock. It is just your run-of-the-mill motherboard. It will just do the things you need it to do. For the memory/RAM, I'm going with the Kingston HyperX Fury RAM. 2x4GB sticks of RAM. It is DDR3 and it's 1600 MHz. It is only $70, which is priced really well in Australia for the performance that you're getting for these Kingston HyperX Fury's RAM. Now for the storage, I always go with these in most of my builds, and it's just the most reliable hard drives. I have this in many of my builds and many of my friends' builds. They have it in their computers. It is the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB 3.5-inch hard drive. It is 7200 RPM and it is only $70, the same price as the memory, which is kind of ironic and weird. Well, anyway, let's move on to the meat and bones of our build, which is the graphics card. It is the Asus Radeon R9 390. It has 8GB VRAM. I used this in my previous build for the editing PC build, but this one is still really good for gaming. It's only $490 in Australia, which is really good because it used to be like 510. Now it went down after the Christmas holidays. I don't quite understand that. It's kind of weird, but it is really good because it has 8GB VRAM, so you can play games. If you get a 4K monitor and you upgrade the CPU, you can play games at 4K with decent frame rates at medium to high settings. Anyway, let's move on to the case, which is the BitPhoenix Comrade, not Conrad, the Comrade ATX mid-tower case. It has a window. It's only $70. There's 3 things in this build that are $70, which is a coincidence. I didn't mean that, but it is just a case that looks nice for a great price. So yeah, just get it. Just get it. Anyway, for the power supply, we're going with the Corsair 600-watt power supply. I have this in my build as well. I have a lot of things in these PC builds that I make that are in my build because I know they work. You know what I mean? Like I just pick the things that I know work. Anyways, 80+ bronze certified and it's 600 watts. We have a lot of room to work with. We can overclock the graphics card quite a bit because we're in this system. We're only using around about 450 watts. So if we have 600 watts, we still have a little bit more room to do stuff, tinker around with the parts and all that. It's only $90. Well, anyway, guys, if you stuck to around now, please smash or Hadouken that like button. If you do, I'll love you for life. Please comment as well and subscribe, and I'll see you next.